So this is a film which has no dialogue. It's extremely beautiful. It presents an impossible choice. As a parent, that made me even feel more sensitive about scoring this.
I remember the first discussion that we had with Side Global, we exposed the roller coaster of emotion that we wanted to have, what feeling we needed at each moment.
So it was not just about looking at the pictures and trying to guess how to tell a story. There was a lot of back and forth discussion that allow us to know what to tell with the music.
And there was a lot of different layers to it, a lot of different things to tell. In the beginning, something really important for the filmmakers were to convey a sense of stillness and people waiting and things, not progressing. And this is why, in the beginning, it's very, very slow. There is just a few notes that come again and again and again.
In the beginning, just the fact that you hear the breathing machine and the heartbeat and all that, right away it puts you in a mood and in a setting that is familiar. The buzzing of the phone that we can start to hear, that's become like a rhythm. And it was always a question of what sound serves the story and what sound doesn't.
We found out that we needed something much more intimate, especially at the beginning, much more emotional. Something was missing, and we didn't really reach the emotional depth that we were looking for with just the piano.
So we did something that we love to do. It's basically directed improvisation. Just grabbed Caroline and said, come over, and let's just sing, and more of this, less of that. You get something that is spontaneously performed with the emotions straight up.
And I think it was really like, whoa, okay, that's really what we need. Immediately there was a lot more emotion in the human voice that we had with just the piano version.
So by having that material, that wonderful musical voice material in the film, it was about composing around that. So that became kind of the centerpiece of the start of the film, and just everything else led from that.
And then the story unfolds, a decision is taken, so this is where the music starts to come alive.
Because it really needed to amplify the drama. At some point it's almost soothing, comfortable, and there's other time that it's quite uncomfortable as a score, and this is exactly what we wanted the audience to feel at that specific moment.
And in this case, so we really use the strings to create that sense of crescendo, of, building energy and emotion throughout the film. So we start with just a string quartet, which is very, very intimate. We recorded it, closed miking and everything.
Felt very special and rewarding to hear other artists with other artistry that is kind of putting their own touch to it. So that was pretty special.
The humanity of the players and the performers was really important to convey the emotion.
When you're working on a film like this, you see the film multiple times. So the initial shock of it, the initial shock of the truth of what happens, the sadness of it, hits you so hard that the first time you write a note of music, you feel like it has to be sad. But that's the wrong approach. That's telling the film's ending from the start. And the film is not all about being sad. It's also about joy, about giving, about sacrifice. So where do you align your music? How do you start? How do you keep it human? Those were some of the big challenges that we needed to face. And there was a lot of back and forth with the team that made the film to help us pace ourselves and not tell the story too much in advance.